Greetings and welcome to smartwatchtics.com. We've got an interesting watch in here. You know, we've been chasing the Swiss Army knife of watches recently. Watches that have to do every kind of measurement of your body, Lorenz scatter diagrams, ECG, or their activity. They've got compasses and GPS. Well, sometimes folks just want a simple smartwatch in nice packaging. Check this one out. This is the KT62. I've never seen such amazing and interesting packaging. It's showing a variety of watch faces that are available, a simulated face on the watch itself that's sitting right above this. Now, when you open the packaging, this is just floating in there. The watch is all put together with the removable bands. You just simply lift it out, and here you go. You've got a little protector film on the bottom that we can take off to reveal and open up the charging ports, which are big and wide, and this thing actually uses a charging dock that's inside of here. And you just simply set the watch on the dock and you're good to go. Where can you get it? I'm glad you asked. Banggood! One of those specialties from Banggood. This is a 1.36-inch basic smartwatch. It does the standard functions without doing a whole lot more, and it's a very nice, attractive dress watch. So it's positioned for fashion as opposed to multiple functions. And it's cheap, too, about 30 bucks or so. Check the show notes for a coupon to pick it up at a discount. We have, in this watch, Bluetooth 5.0. By the way, it is a Bluetooth calling watch, too, and streaming music through the watch type device. So having the Bluetooth 5 is great. Full Touch Fit Cloud Pro is the Tethering App. These are the different app languages. Your basic information reminder is here for calls, reminding and rejecting and all of that stuff. Your health, it's simple. Heart rate, blood pressure, blood oxygen. And, of course, your sedentary reminders or breathing training, all of the stock stuff that we've seen are in this one. Your exercise records are here. You have music control. It does have NFC in it, but not for making payments, mind you. This is basically for unlocking locks and things. Alarm clock, there's a game, weather, the dial markets there so you can add dials. It's IP68 waterproof, easy to work with in, around splashes and stuff. Sometimes you could say it could go underwater or not. It should with IP68, but, you know, try not to if you don't have to. It's not really a swimming watch. Got these different sensors in it, 390 by 390 high-resolution screen. 260 milliamp hour battery gives you about 15 to 20 days just using it as a watch, and fully use 3 to 5 days. So charge it once a week or every other day, and somewhere in that range. About 2 hours to charge it. And here's the basic information on the sizes for the device. So as we dive deeper in here, we've got the USB connector on the charging port, of course, and it's a basic charging dock. We can pull the cover off of here to reveal the screen, which is really interesting. It's kind of etched and flat bezel on it. Very nice brushed aluminum look to it. A round button and a pill button here, and removable bands. There's a little manual in here, a quick guide they call it, and it just basically walks us through the functions of the watch in a variety of different languages. So we'll stick with the English here. Touch buttons are on it, the QR code to download and set the watch up. How to pair and connect the watch. There's 2 pairings now. You pair to the app, and then from the app, it should automatically set up to pair to the phone so you can make and receive phone calls. And you have a switch so you can turn that off from within the phone, watch itself if you don't want that feature to be activated for whatever reason, or turn it on. And here's some representative screens of some of the functions and information. And we'll see all of that stuff here quickly as we walk through it. So just a quick guide on what it can do for you, common problems and such. And that's pretty much it. Okay, let's run through it. Very simple operation. Long press on the top button activates it. You wait just a second. It vibrates and says hello, and then pops into a watch face, which is an interesting place to start. The watch faces on this particular watch are great. These are active buttons, gang. There's your weather forecast showing you what you've got, but you tap on it. Well, we're not tethered yet. But it'll show you all of the weather information. You've got your sleep time, you got calories burned, heart rate, all showing on this particular watch face. Very, very nice. When you pull down, you get a bunch of different controls that include your overall brightness level, and we're on the lowest level right now. This can get really, really bright. That would wash out basically on the camera. So we're going to keep it. Let's move it up one notch. How's that look? Then you got settings, and this is where you get into the basic settings. Your menu style, we're looking at text like this, but you can have the bubble style and the round style. There's 4 different styles of displaying your menu information. The display is where you can change the watch faces. We look briefly at that one. Here's a standard analog face. Come back here. That you can load. A digital one. Now, of course, they'll expand if you touch them. I'm just showing you the thumbnails. Another one. This is an interesting one. Let me land on that to show you that you can touch it and change colors. This is a analog with digital time, heart rate, and such. Now, these are not active buttons. Anywhere you touch will actually change the patterns on the watch itself. But very, very nice. Very interesting. We're back into settings, into display, which was that. Then you get your brightness, and we've already played with that. And screen time from about 5 seconds to 30, which is how long the watch will stay on when you're actively using it. Or you've got the raise your wrist to see the time and how long it will stay on there, from like 2 seconds to 6 seconds. So if you want to twist your wrist and it stays on for a while, like you're hunting for what button to push on the watch face, then you can make it longer. Of course, that will decrease your battery time, not significantly, but somewhat. The shorter times you can put on here to minimize the amount of time the display is on, the longer your overall battery life is going to be. Then you get into a battery savings power mode here, which is also on that round thing. Current battery level and power savings mode will disable the Bluetooth and a bunch of other stuff. You've got vibration intensity. You can actually turn it off. Some watches you can't. This one you can have it off, soft, or strong if you... Wow, that's really strong. I felt that one. Soft is like, yeah, okay. There's a difference. And then off is an option as well. Languages, we've got Chinese, English, and then some European languages. You saw that in the descriptor as well. Not a whole bunch, but some. And what else have we got? The QR code. You download the app, and then you scan this QR code to pair. It's really, really simple. Down key settings. This is the down key. And you can have it click to turn it off is what it's set for right there. Or you can make it anything you want to. No function, menu, return, workout, heart rate, blood pressure. Look at this. Your female cycle information just by touching it. Or long press, you can get it to do something, whatever you want. I set it for heart rate. Most of the time it's for your fitness and information. Typically, your workout, it said. But you can program both functions on here. That's not even on the more high-end watches that you have that flexibility. So the down key settings is great. You can set up a password, and you need to do that if you're going to be using NFC and any of the financial resource stuff that in China that you can do. And then your system info, which says it's the KT62, you shut down and completely reset the watch. And that's everything in the settings, which was here. This then is find your phone when you're paired to it, which we are. There we go. Information, we just saw that. You can turn on a bright flashlight with this one if you want to. This is your Bluetooth calling. When it's turned on, then you're connected for receiving and making Bluetooth calls or streaming music, and that's a do not disturb for you right there, and that battery power that disconnects Bluetooth for nighttime use. It also turns off the twist your wrist to see the time, which is great at night. You can silence everything that way. And that's all by swiping down. Swiping up, get any messages pushed from your phone, and then we go around to our step count information, which shows you more detail, including 24-hour steps and 7-day week with an average. You actually get more data on the watch than you do on the app, which is really cool. Here's heart rate. Shows you your zone that you're in and your active 24-hour heart rate. We just started it this morning when I put it on for today. You can't see yesterday's, but you can see today's in here. You can see yesterday's in the app. Here's last night's sleep time and the night before and the night before that. Those are in here. Looks like I get about 5.5 hours of sleep typically. Weather in your area, no forecast shown, but just the basic temperature in Fahrenheit or centigrade. And the integrated music player, which sounds like this. Here we go. I got some music set up on the phone, and we can change the volume level here. It's not showing you the level, but it'll change it. I'll crank it up. Yeah, pretty good tone. Not too bad. And of course your voice calls, capable with this as well. And that's typically what you're going to hear when you're playing the phone calls and whatnot. Speakers over here, microphones on that side, tiny little dot if you can see it. And then you get a plus sign, and here's where you can move around, take away, or add to. The only thing left is to add workouts, which we'll put here. And now here they are. Walking, running, hiking, no GPS as I mentioned, but basic stuff. Variety of different activities you can choose from and record your workout activity as well. It doesn't loop around. There's another plus, but there's nothing more to add at this point. And you have to hit the button to come right back to the watch face, which, since we're here, I want to show you another one. Come over here, and here is a different digital type. See, we looked at that one, and this is one that I downloaded from the App Store in the Tethering App. You have analog and digital time, and all of these are active buttons here, which is really fun. You can get your blood oxygen, settings, heart rate, phone calls, alarms you can do right from here, and they all work. You just touch one, and there it is. Touch one, and there it is. Yeah, really sweet. Okay, when we tap the top button now, we get into all of the installed apps, phone, frequent contacts, call records, voice assistant, all that shows up when you're tethered to your phone. This is your data for your workout or your step count, and then this is the overall workouts. You've got your activity records that relate to the workouts that will be stored in here. Heart rate, sleep, blood pressure, blood oxygen, those are all in here. Your messages, weather, ladies, your female cycle information, when you set it up in the app, will be there. The music player and overall breath training. You can set 1 or 2 minutes, inhale and exhale for that process. A integrated stopwatch that is locked and you can't leave it. Well, you can pause it, and then when you leave it, you're over there. But, oh, okay, it stays where it is. So if you're timing something, you're working out, and then you want to take a pause and get a water break, you can do that. And, of course, you could start it back up, or you can leave it and come back in and pick it back up from that point. Okay? But it doesn't look like we have... Oh, yeah, we do. We have lap times, so you can get those in here as well. So pretty good stopwatch. Countdown timers, alarm clocks, collection code. Now, this is for... all these different payment methods, including supposedly PayPal. But again, they're pretty much dedicated to working in China with the NFC card that's inside of here. You can do business card exchange. Alipay, theoretically, is in here, which is why you need that password control. You can set the time directly if you want to, or of course it'll pick up the time from your phone when you're tethered. find your phone, and then the settings we already looked at. So let's jump over and take a look at the Tethering app quickly. A common app we've reviewed many, many times, FitCloud Pro. Very simple, actually. It's in the process of synchronizing, shows you your basic step count information here. And we're done. It just jumped up to my latest information. Shows you the daily, hourly step count for the day and some basic information. You get here, you get into last night's sleep time. You can see your chunks when you were sleeping. It does your deep, light, and awake time, but not REM sleeping on this one. You've got heart rate. Shows you your current one. You can hit start and do it remotely. When you tap on any of these, you're going to see the heart rate for that day spread out here. So it does continuous heart rate. It also does blood pressure, the latest readings, and it does a continuous blood pressure reading too. So that's how you see your historic stuff. Here's kind of high, 139/73 for whatever reason at 1:50 in the afternoon, I presume. So that's available to you. And then blood oxygen, of course, is in here. You can start that, and you can get the continuous blood oxygen reading too, which is rare. A lot of the devices will only take an instantaneous blood oxygen reading, but this is doing that. And of course, you want it between 95 and 100, and the scale's kind of crazy because you're never going to have blood oxygen at 110%, right? That's a little skewed with the way the scaling is done. And those are the three things that it measures. If you hit the start button here, you see they go blank. It's going on. You could stop it if you want to. Nothing shows up on the watch itself. By the way, here's what it looks like on. Really sweet. This particular silver with a gray strap. And then you can have your step count and all these active buttons in here. Very, very nice. So it's giving me a heart rate right now. Then it'll do blood pressure. Blood oxygen has popped up, 96, 99. And it runs for a little while it iterates to get to the final answer for you. 126/69, it's saying. That's a little low on the second digit. And then you can stop it at any time. Or when it's done, this will say start, and you know you're completely finished. So this is all on the Home tab. You come over to Device. Here's where you have the model number. You can set up your wallet with these different things in here. You've got your business card information that you can put in as well. Push notifications, any of the apps you've got installed, you can set those up to be able to push the notifications directly to your watch. Alarms, you have activity reminders on when to get up and move, or sedentary, that's sedentary, then the drinking water type. The dial library is kind of fun. This is where you have all the variety of dials that you could choose from, and there's a nice overall selection of them. But I was really enamored with finding that particular one that had the active buttons as well. Some of these will have some active animation. Most of them are basically your analog or digital type of a watch face. And several, they just keep on going. And then My Dial is where the ones that you have downloaded from the server are in here, so it makes it easier to install them. You can even be offline from the internet, but connected by Bluetooth and install those. Your weather reports are here. Sports Push. Now, this is where you can change the different activities that you want to have available to you on the watch. If you're a fighter, these are all in there. If you're a ball player, these are all in there. And that's pretty cool that you can contour your workouts to fit what your interest area is. Automatic health monitor we have enabled. You can find your watch. This is where you have wrist preference, left or right hand. I usually wear mine on the left. We'll switch over there. 12 or 24 hour. You set up your frequent contacts that you want on the watch through the phone to the contacts that you have in your phone. That's how you integrate all of that. You can unbind it, and of course, there's your restore factory settings. Then About You, you can log in if you want to or register an account, or you can go in for free, which is what I've done right here if you don't want to disclose all that information. But if you leave this app, uninstall it, you'll lose all of your data. Metric or imperial, centigrade, Fahrenheit, pretty robust. So it's a basic app. It gives you the basic information you need to make this thing work. All right, once again, it's coming to us from Banggood, where you can pick it up. It's called the KT62. It's an attractive dress watch. It has basic functions, including Bluetooth calling and streaming music. And it does, of course, all of your workout information. And it's all doing it for a price around $31 and hopefully less if you use a coupon discount we've got for you in the show notes. Thanks for watching, you guys. We'll see you again soon.